and EXPO opens. Regional leaders hail Guyana's energy security ambitions, support its territorial integrity. Companies in search of expanding regional footprint, local opportunities at Energy Expo. We should keep rigging elections, Hamilton Green tells Forum on Burnham's legacy. Prisoners escape from police custody whilst being admitted to LUSIGNAN prison. And 3 die in separate accidents over the weekend. Now for the news in detail. During Monday's opening of the 3rd edition of the Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo 2024, President Dr. REFINERY laid out to the room full of delegates a bold strategy to transform Guyana into an economic and logistical powerhouse. Here is our lead story tonight. The Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo 2024 is being held at the Marriott Hotel from February the 19th to 24th. During the opening ceremony, President Dr. REFINERY spoke of the massive potential for Guyana to become a regional transport hub. The president also pointed out that in northern Brazil, agriculture and food imports are 8 million tons, while exports are 13 million tons. But to move these goods to their ports, President Ali said, takes 2 weeks due to their landlocked status. This, he noted, is where a deep-water port in Guyana comes in, with President Ali noting that the New Amsterdam location is very much a viable option.
Coming through Guyana will take less than 2 days. Coming through Guyana will take less than 2 days. Our geographic position now places us in a competitive path to be the shipping logistics solution for northern Brazil, and more importantly, to make them more competitive. And that now justifies and add to the rate of return for the deepwater port. And that is what is linked into supply chain, logistics, and all of this. And this is the direction we're going in. Now, a recent study by Bechtel shows us, and this is their study, that from Lethem, which is the border tongue to Brazil, Lethem to New Amsterdam, which is where we're foreseeing the deepwater port, that's a distance of 540 kilometers. You know what's the time? 5 hours, 4 minutes.
The president also spoke of the economic opportunity for a gold refinery, which has attracted tremendous interest. He also elaborated on the potential that exists for the establishment of an aluminium plant. All of this is due to the expected lowering of energy costs brought on by the gas-to-energy project, in addition to Guyana's other planned renewable energy sources.
For years, we have been a prime exporter of raw material. Now, with the opportunity that the master plan gives us, that is using gas to do upstream and high-value production, the only disadvantage we have now is the cost of energy. That brings down the energy to a cost that makes us now highly competitive. So what does this mean for the bauxite industry? This means now that with our neighbor Suriname, this is the next neighbor going to Suriname, with our neighbor Suriname and Guyana combined, we have about 1.5 billion metric tons of bauxite. With the natural gas and the cost of energy coming down, we can now move to upscale high-value manufacturing in aluminium plant, building an aluminium plant to support the deepwater port.
Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News. The Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo also saw the attendance of a number of regional leaders, from Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to former Colombian Head of State Ivan Duque, all of whom weighed in on Guyana and its contribution to regional energy security. Here's what they had to say. Leading the opening speeches on day 1 of the Energy Conference was Caribbean Community CARICOM Secretary General Carla Barnett. She spoke of the region's advancement towards renewable energy, bolstered by collaboration among member states.
CARICOM is actively working towards a more sustainable and resilient energy future by accelerating the deployment of renewable energy resources. and fostering partnerships among member states. The increasing production of hydrocarbons in Guyana, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago presents opportunities to enhance energy security. It also presents opportunities for increased private and public investments in building social, economic, environmental, and climate resilience as the world transitions towards clean and renewable sources of energy.
Also taking the stage was Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, who acknowledged Guyana's ascension to the CARICOM chairmanship. Rowley went on to assure Guyana and CARICOM chair President Dr. REFINERY of his and his country's own support as they tackle regional issues today.
I would like to congratulate the government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana on bringing together key local, regional, and international energy players to this conference. Permit me to acknowledge again His Excellency Dr. Mohamed El-Fenali as the incoming chairman of CARICOM. Trinidad and Tobago reiterates its commitment to collaboratively advancing CARICOM's strategic priorities under your stewardship.
Meanwhile, the Bahamas Prime Minister Philip Davis expressed support for Guyana's current push to industrialize its economic sectors.
There's also the resistance of the global north to allowing new entrants into the global oil market, despite the fact that the global north has historically and currently benefits from their reserves of oil and other fossil fuels. We support Guyana in its quest to boldly fuel its industrialization on its own terms, according to the resources that the people of Guyana have been blessed with, provided the long-term plan for energy production also includes a meaningful effort to be responsible stewards of the environment. Guyana is forging its own path in the energy sector, as other small states in the Caribbean are also taking our unique steps toward energy security. Collectively, we are moving forward, but with paternity comes responsibility. And so we must think hard about our duties in the midst of this rising tide.
The expo also saw the attendance of former Colombian President Ivan Duque, who was in power from 2018 to 2022. In addition to an extensive presentation on energy, Duque expressed support for Guyana's sovereignty against the belligerent Venezuela.
Guyana is a democracy. It's a country that is full of beautiful people, peaceful people, who have embraced the values of liberty and prosperity, and that has defended its sovereignty and its territory to all the means in international law. And we, as members of the international community, you as members of the investment community, and everybody by being here today in Guyana, is to reaffirm the sovereignty and the right of the Guyanese people against any form of threat. Your presence today is a reaffirmation of that sovereignty and that opportunity. And this is a very powerful image of what I call the exercise of sovereignty. The threats that we have seen for political reasons by the dictatorship in Venezuela, we know how they play that same old game just to try to shift the attention from the electorate in Venezuela, considering the pressure for free elections. But I just want to say today that the Essequibo region, where Guyana has exercised sovereignty and then is defending in international courts, is a region where most of the values that I have described have been accomplished by the Guyanese people.
Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News. This year's edition of the Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo once again witnessed an avalanche of serious interest coming from companies that are in search of expanding their operations across the region. The Evening News spoke with representatives of several of these companies who expounded on the prospects Guyana has to offer. Let's have a look.
A total of 200 exhibitors from 21 countries are participating in this year's exposition under the theme Fueling Transformation and Modernization. The evening news spoke with several companies that are showcasing their services with the hope of networking and creating new linkages in their respective markets. They are also focused on ensuring Guyanese also benefit from such partnerships in keeping with local content regulations. For local companies, it is about ensuring that their services reach every fraction of Guyana.
We are here at this expo to basically expand our footprint in the region. We are proud to say that we were involved in the inaugural shipment of all of the SPFO activity, starting from the LISA Destiny, the LISA Unity, the Prosperity at this time. And we are also looking to support the agricultural sector. We are also very importantly looking at young, bright prospects because we are aware of the local content and we want to ensure that we grow and develop. One of the key things with Intertech is people development, and we are very, very interested in nurturing a local generation to support the future activities of Intertech in Guyana.
Focused here primarily on our additive manufacturing capabilities. So with those, we can produce for any industry, not just oil and gas, metal replacement parts. So if you need something, you're going to wait 6 months to get it from someplace else, there's a good chance we can manufacture it with one of our machines and have it to you within a couple of weeks.
Today our focus is on service. So services in terms of the parts that we sell, the services that we provide in terms of repairs, and also training as well from MACORP. You may know that all of our Caterpillar products that we sell, we provide rental. So let's say based on affordability or short term, you might not want to purchase an entire machine. We have affordable rates for our rental services.
We are the regional distributors for non-destructive equipment in the Caribbean, like most of what we have here. So we are here trying to network, trying to introduce new technologies to the market. And of course we train and we provide certification. So we're trying to outreach to maybe students, maybe guys now coming into the industry and engineers who are already here. There's a steady influx of people coming around, they're asking questions. If you're in construction, you basically know what non-destructive is, but you haven't seen the instruments. So we're getting people asking, what does this do, what does that do? Ask more informed questions to their contractors.
We provide technological solutions for all of your business needs. We are a business-to-business company, so we provide from ATMs, radios, cameras. We even do printing. We have a sub-company called Print It, so we can print banners, feather flags, even flyers, brochures.
Thus far, some 19 different sectors are participating with a focus on growth, sustainability, and diversification. The expo will run daily until February 22nd at the Marriott Hotel. Rupa Sinarayan, The Evening News.
Today's launch of the Caribbean Energy Chamber, CEC, has now paved the way for greater global recognition of the energy challenges faced by the Caribbean and to prioritize affordable net zero energy security for the region. Rupa Sinarayan tells us more.
On the sidelines of the Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo, the Pan-Caribbean Chamber was launched in efforts to unite regional energy stakeholders against critical challenges. Founding Chair Melanie Chen shared that due to the nature of Caribbean economies, most Caribbean leaders have a pragmatic foreign policy, working with international institutions and allies around the world for the well-being of their citizens. This vision has been reciprocated as she highlighted challenges of COVID-19, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and climate change, which have impacted the region severely.
These challenges can only be tackled effectively and equitably by the Caribbean working together. However, CEC will also promote allowing flexibility for Caribbean countries to welcome assistance from others around the world when needed. The prosperity and security of the Caribbean in the decades to come hinges on the opportunity to have and not eliminate choice in its direction.
Given these concerns, Chen expressed optimism about collaboration between the Caribbean itself as well as the global community, highlighting the importance of recognizing differences while focusing on shared values. As part of its initial efforts, CEC will focus on key areas including energy efficiency and public awareness, technical capacity rollout, which includes an engineering pilot program with Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago, grid modernization and promoting distributed generation, assisting to develop bankable projects, and looking at a bundling approach on a national regional level versus project level. The new chamber is a non-profit, non-partisan and independent organization governed by a 23-member founding board for the first 3 years, with CEC members electing a new board on an annual basis thereafter. Rupa Sinarayan, The Evening News.
2 prisoners have managed to escape from police custody, reportedly moments before they were admitted to the Lusignan prison, East Coast Demerara. According to information reaching this newscast, the prisoners were transported from the court to the Lusignan prison, and upon arrival outside the compound at around 15 hours, the officers opened the vehicle's door to escort the prisoners into the penitentiary when they made good their escape. Details surrounding exactly how they managed to escape remain unknown at this time. Public Relations Officer at the Guyana Prison Service, Rajiv Bisnath, has since explained that information on the escape has to come from the Guyana Police Force, since it was their ranks who were in charge of the prisoners at the time. Coming up, pensioner succumbs 2 days after being struck by minibus, and young driver dies after crashing car into trench.
Transitions Light Intelligent Lenses. Pick your color. Choose your style. Available at Optique Vision Care.
Mechanics, Sylvie's has all the equipment you need to make your job easier and your business profitable. Visit our 31 High and Hatfield Street store and choose from our wide array of shop presses, engine hoists, oil drain pans, parts washers, jack stands, bottle and floor jacks, hand tools and much more. Can't make it to the store? Shop online at sylviesonline.com and have it delivered. Call our WhatsApp 623-7755 for more info.
Attention homeowners and contractors, when it's time to add the finishing touches, tiles must be on your list. And there's only one place to get the best quality and widest range with modern designs. Gaffurs is the #1 supplier of tiles in Guyana. We've got floor and wall tiles, ceramic and porcelain tiles, stone slate, terrazzo stone, mosaic tiles, and all the accessories including tile trim, spacers, sealers, cleaners and polishers. Also the important thin set and grout. At Gaffurs the options are endless, but we make it easy for you with the experts in our tile department. They are to assist you in making the right choice. Get the right tiles at the right price from Gaffurs Macdoom Mega Complex or the outlets at Parika, Means, Land of Canaan, Bedford Wacting, Rose Hall, Kanji and Diamond. Gaffurs for all your tiling solutions.
Premier insurance coverage for less. Stay safe. Premier insurance coverage for less. Stay safe.
Guyana's agriculture sector is receiving tremendous support from oil companies to aid its expansion. Investment from oil companies in cutting-edge technology is increasing and improving Guyana's agricultural output. SBM Offshore Guyana and ExxonMobil Guyana Limited support two of the largest hydroponics farms in the country. Their support not only creates employment for Guyanese, but also helps CARICOM to reduce its food import bill by 25% by 2020.
Come celebrate 1770 with us. It's my birthday. Yeah, celebrate 1770 with us. Yeah. It's our 17th anniversary, and we're celebrating in style by giving away $17 million in 17 days. Top up with $1,000 or more for a chance to be one of 17 lucky winners of $1 million. Don't miss your chance. Top up today. Digicel, 17 years of bringing you the best. Come celebrate 1770 with us. It's our birthday.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. The foundation has been turned for the almost US $300 million Georgetown Seafront Resort and Convention Center in Guyana. Funded through a private sector partnership with Qatar, the structure will be constructed on the National Insurance Scheme NIS ground on Carifesta Avenue. Trishelle Sobers has this story.
The Seafront Resort and Convention Center will feature over 400 rooms and other amenities such as conference halls and dining areas. During the sod-turning ceremony on Sunday, President Dr. Irfan Ali noted that while the initiative is the first partnership between Guyana and Qatar, there are already other joint ventures aimed at strengthening bilateral ties in the pipeline. According to the head of state, the Resort and Convention Center, along with several other hotels to be constructed in Guyana, will add to the country's ecotourism product and play a pivotal role in diversifying the sector.
This is the quality of our ecotourism product, of our nature-based product. We now have the type of investment that will support the natural quality of our product. And I have no doubt that we will be able to build a world-class tourism sector, a tourism sector that would see the diversification of our economy and the expansion of our economy realizing its full potential.
In response to questions over the number of remaining green spaces in the city of Georgetown, President Ali assured that the government has every intention of restoring Georgetown to its garden city status and investing in more green spaces. He emphasized that a green city is at the core of government's sustainable development plans.
This investment fits into the overall plan of ensuring sustainable development, because part of what we want to achieve is, whilst we have these important, massive, transformational investment, that the essence of our country remains what we are known for. That is a country that is naturally beautiful, green, and returning the garden city to the status of the garden city. That is why we're investing heavily on the replanting of the city. So this investment will blend with what we are planning for the seawalls, the boardwalk on the seawall. The extension of the city is also becoming natural. If you look at what is happening within the city itself, the urbanization process is expanding naturally the borders of the city. And we are responding by putting in the necessary infrastructure that is enhancing this expansion. And that is what is critical.
Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
Trishelle Sobers joins us again to report that air connection between Guyana and the Dominican Republic has been significantly boosted with the commencement of direct flights between the two countries, which not only open up a host of possibilities for tourism, but also for doing business. Sky High Dominicana, a Santo Domingo-based airline, on Sunday launched operations between the Dominican Republic's Las Americas International Airport, SDQ, and Georgetown's Cheddi Jagan International Airport, CJIA. Here is more.
Sky High Dominicana will offer 3 flights weekly, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, via a comfortable Embraer 190 with 97 seats, 9 business class and 88 economy class. At a simple ceremony on Sunday at the CGIA, Public Works Minister Juan Edgel said the introduction of this new airline was reflective of government's commitment to expand connectivity to and from Guyana. He noted that the airline was not only offering Guyanese more destination options, but its flight itinerary offered the best deal for both business and pleasure.
So those who arrive this afternoon will be able to get up early in the morning, and by 7:30 a.m. begin business, and they can get home back for the weekend, departing on Thursday, or those who decide to come on Tuesday can get business done and go back on Thursday. Or for the tourist who wants to come and spend the weekend, getting here on Thursday is a good thing. You'll enjoy a Good Friday, a nice Saturday, and a beautiful Sunday afternoon you will depart to get back to your work for Monday. So the days provides great opportunities for business, for recreation, and for other engagements that will only make things better.
According to Agile, in approving Sky High Dominicana's operations in Guyana, government considered the possibilities that will come from that destination. He noted that Guyana was particularly keen on tapping into the millions of tourists who visit the Dominican Republic annually by twinning that country's sand and beach with Guyana's economic product, its flora and fauna. Sky High Aviation Services' current route network includes flights around the Caribbean, Venezuela and the United States, with a focus on safety, reliability and exceptional customer service. Sky High is committed to connecting people and cultures whilst contributing to the economic development of the region it serves. Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
Former General Secretary of the People's National Congress, PNC, Hamilton Green, last Friday suggested that election rigging be used to remove the ruling People's Progressive Party Civic PPPC administration from office. He was at the time addressing a group of persons gathered for the Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham Foundation's annual commemorative symposium 2024. Here is Trishelle Sobers once more with the details.
The Lyndon Forbes Burnham Foundation Annual Commemorative Symposium 2024 is an event organized to commemorate the 101 birth anniversary of the former PNCR leader and president of Guyana, whose legacy is largely attributed to his dictatorship-style leadership. During his tenure, Hamilton Green was the General Secretary of the People's National Congress, PNC. During his remarks, Green proposed the use of the LFS Burnham Foundation building to not only, quote, eulogize Burnham, end quote, but also educate young people on what needs to be done. On this point, Green told the gathering that earlier in the day, he had engaged another group, during which he mentioned the rigging of elections to get the ruling People's Progressive Party Civic Administration out of government.
It was Burnham's wisdom which got him into office in 1964. I was General Secretary at a critical time. And if, as I told one of the groups I met this morning, if they say you rig elections, I say we should keep rigging to save us from these devils, these bastards, these demons that we have. As you speak to some young people, they have been so brainwashed and confused. At the highest level, they're not too sure what is happening next. So the first task, Vincent, is to use every opportunity, if it's 6 or 7 people, young people in their teens, to sit them down and tell them where we came from, where we are, and what we need to do for tomorrow.
further suggesting that the PPPC administration could be pressured into calling snap elections. Green posited, quote, "I've been in this business long and we have to begin preparations to deal with that prospect today," end quote. Recalling that he was nursed into politics by his mother, the PNC politician contended that the same needs to be done with young people today. In fact, Green even offered his services to engage these young people.
The history of this country suggests that the only people who deserve to be on top are those whose ancestors suffered for centuries without a cent. We welcome the indentured people. Give them an education. And Burnham sought to unite the people. But based on the demographics, the new Indians were a larger group. They didn't want that. If the captain on the captain's deck is Bharat and Ali, who is being portrayed as a saint, they have to learn the language. That they will understand. Because if we don't, we betray the legacy of Burnham, Coffee, Kwabena, and the Elmo martyrs.
In attendance at the event was the Partnership for National Unity Alliance for Change APNU-AFC Commissioner at the Guyana Elections Commission GCOM, Vincent Alexander, and guest speaker, Attorney at Law Nigel Hughes.
Andrew Carmichael joins us now to report that a farmer of Crabwood Creek, Quarantine Region 6, is now dead after he lost control of the car he was driving and it crashed into a bridge along the Quarantine Highway on Sunday morning. Here is more.
The dead man has been identified as 28-year-old Lakchan Prem Kumar of Lot 126, Grant 1805, Crabwood Creek. The crash occurred at about 5:45 on Sunday. Prem Kumar was at the time driving motorcar PAD 731 and was on his way to New Amsterdam when the crash occurred. The crash occurred a stone throw away from the Albion police station. According to the police, the cash crop farmer was proceeding west along the southern drive lane of the Kilcoy-Chesney public road, allegedly at a fast rate of speed when the driver lost control of the vehicle and ended up on the northern side where he collided with a concrete bridge. As a result of the collision, Prem Kumar was flung out of the vehicle and fell in a drain where he received injuries. He was picked up in an unconscious condition by a party of policemen and placed in the police vehicle and taken to the Port Morant Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The dead man's wife, Lalita Lakram, told Evening News that Prem Kumar left home at about 5 hours on Sunday to participate in a bird whistling competition in New Amsterdam, some 60 miles away. She said that it was the wife of one of his friends who telephoned her and told her about the accident, but could not provide much details.
When I got to the station, then the police them tell me, the clerk tell me so they buy, I think he took the last breath right on the accident there. That's how they tell me. When I go and discover the body, I see anything, and I mean, he get really bad. He get a lot of blood on his skin and on his face, like the left side he gets like it's really bad. I didn't like face and what's like it's really hard.
On Sunday, he was taking one of his best whistling birds to compete when he met his demise. The bird, which he had for 2 years, perished in the crash. Lake Ram said the bird, which was purchased for $300,000, now had a $1 million price tag. Prem Kumar, who farms in the backlands of Crabwood Creek, is known for growing beans, tomatoes, and cabbages. Lake Ram recounted her last moments with her husband.
He get up 4 o'clock in the morning, he bathe, he drink a cup of tea, I make tea for him, he drink the tea, I open the gate, and I think he forget his cigarette, So I come up upstairs, the colleague, he said that I got him back and put it in the car. He reversed out and he said, he held me up and tell me you can. That is the last word I hear from him.
For the evening news, Andrew Carmichael.
A security guard is now dead following an accident along the East Kanji Public Road. Our Berbice correspondent, Andrew Carmichael, joins us again to report that the pensioner took his last breath this morning, 2 days after the accident.
67-year-old Winston Beaton is now dead following a road accident on Saturday. He passed away on Monday at the New Amsterdam Hospital. Reports are that on Saturday afternoon, the security guard was riding his motorcycle along the East Kanji Public Road at Canefield when he was hit by a minibus which came out of a cross street and turned into the path of the motorcycle, resulting in a head-on collision. Beaton was taken to the New Amsterdam Hospital in an unconscious state and remained at the intensive care unit and placed on a ventilator until Monday morning. The man's eldest daughter, Malkia Van Broek, explained that medical staff at the hospital said arrangements had been put in place to have Beaton transferred to the Georgetown Public Hospital, but authorities at the Georgetown Hospital reportedly said they were not going to accept the patient in that condition. Following the incident on Saturday, Van Broek said she met with police officers at the New Amsterdam Hospital.
I spoke to the said day. All that I'm hearing that my father was wrong, that he ride into the vehicle back, the minibus back. So I was a bit puzzled because I said, how can this be? I know my father is not a hard rider when he ride his motorcycle. His motorcycle is a 110.
Yeah, 110.
110 motorcycle. He's not a hard rider. So I was like, how can this be and cause so much of damage? I asked him, sir, what is it you can say to us about the accident? I mean, what took place? And I said to him, I have a video here, sir. You could see clearly that my father was hit from the front because my father was lying in front of the vehicle. The vehicle was in front facing my father and he was in the corner. My father was lying next to the post. I said, I have a video here. This is clearly shown because the vehicle front is damaged. How can they say that my father will ride into the vehicle and the front is damaged? He said, all he said is that your father ride into the bus, and that was it. I was not pleased with that.
Police have since arrested a vendor of the New Amsterdam market in relation to the accident, but have not issued any statement on the crash, despite requests from the media. Reports are that following Saturday's incident, the driver rendered no assistance. Relatives of the now dead man say they aren't asking for much.
I don't want the lying. I just don't want them to lie, but I just want them to come to us and talk to us. Let us hear exactly what took place. That's all we wanted to know. What is it really happened on that day? Because we just don't want the wrong rumors to be sharing out there, because my father just lost his life. And this is so hard on us right away now. We just need the family to come to us.
For the evening news, Andrew Carmichael.
A 22-year-old man lost his life last night after he lost control of the vehicle he was driving and it plunged into a trench. The incident occurred at around 20:50 hours along the Enterprise Access Road, East Coast Demerara. Timothy Kublal of Enterprise Squatting Area was driving motorcar PRR 6860 allegedly at a fast rate when he lost control of the vehicle and it plunged into a nearby trench and became submerged with him inside. He was eventually extracted from the wreckage by public-spirited citizens and taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital in a police vehicle, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Tuesday, February 20, 2024 at 1:30 for 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 13:40 on Tuesday, February 20, 2024 for 1.5 hours.
Sachin Pitamba, Malia Rajkumar shine at Under 16 Chess Championships, and DR edged Lady Jags out of Gold Cup. Details of these stories in the Sportscast sponsored by McCorp coming up on the other side of the break.
Looking Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
Mechanics, Sylvie's has all the equipment you need to make your job easier and your business profitable. Visit our 31 High and Hatfield Street store and choose from our wide array of shop presses, engine hoists, oil drain pans, parts washers, jack stands, bottle and floor jacks, hand tools, and much more. Can't make it to the store? Shop online at sylviesonline.com and have it delivered. Call or WhatsApp 623-7755 for more info.
Attention homeowners and contractors. You must see the wide variety of toilet sets at Gaffur's before you build. They have two types of toilet designs. S-trap, which goes down into the floor, and P-trap, which goes out through the wall. Both designs come in dual flush and lever flush. The dual flush helps conserve on water usage, and both are fitted as normally done. Spare parts are readily available for all the toilets sold at Gaffur's. So get quality sanitary ware products at affordable prices for home or office from Gaffur's MacDoom Mega Complex and outlets at Parika, Means, Land of Canaan, BV, Rose Hall, Kanji, and Diamond. For superior customer service, superior quality, and competitive prices, it's Gaffur's, the name you can trust.
Come celebrate 1770 with us. It's our 17th anniversary and we are celebrating with up to 40% discount on handsets. Get the Samsung A05 for just $16,000 or go for the Samsung A15 for just $29,000 or the Samsung A245 for just $35,000. But wait, there's more. You also get 1 month free data plan with any handset purchase. Limited time offer. Hurry to a Digicel store today. 17 years of bringing you the best. 1770 with us.
In 2024, $240.1 billion from oil revenues will be channeled into the country's development. These funds will support the government's investment into infrastructural developments, welfare programs, and improvement in the people's standard of living.
Did you know that when you leave your property unoccupied and unmanaged, it deteriorates much faster than you can imagine? Then before you know it, much of your hard-earned investment is wasted. At Hand in Hand Trust Corporation, property management is our business. Whether you travel for long periods, live overseas, or have several properties that require managing, let us at Hand in Hand Trust Corporation take care of this for you. Your property is safe with us. Hand in Hand Trust Corporation Incorporated, a member of